Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Today we're installing the tension braces on your S30 Crossmember. Now check it out, let's get into it. In the tension braces, you're going to have a few items. It's not going to be too crazy, but relatively straightforward. You're going to have a pair of the braces themselves, a pair of the U-brackets, a pair of the U-brackets, and of course a hardware pack. Now the L-brackets, you'll notice, are going to be a little wonky jonky. They're going to have a little bend on them, and they're going to have two of these square holes. Now, not all of the tension braces are going to only have two. If you have a 240Z, they will only consist of two. If you have a 280Z, they'll consist of three of those holes, because the 280Z's pockets are actually longer. So the next thing you'll notice, you'll have a hardware pack reading out the Crossmember space tension braces. You'll have a pair of the aluminum step washers. Next, you'll have a pair of the split lock 5/8 washers. Next, you'll have the 1/4 inch washers. Sometime today, there we are. And after that, you'll have a pair of the 1/4 inch nuts. And finally, for the 1/4 inch, you'll have the 1/4 inch carriage bolts. Then up top on the next line above, you'll have a pair of the 5/8 socket head bolts. You'll also receive 6 of the 3/8 nuts, as well as 6 of the 3/8 washers, and finally 6 of the 3/8 carriage nuts. On top of that line, you'll receive a pair of the 5/8 nylon lock nuts, a pair of the 5/8 washers that are oversized USS washers, and a pair of the 5/8 carriage bolts. Now, one thing to note, that if you have a late year 260 or 280Z, you will use all 6 of the bolts, washers, and nuts. But if you have a 240Z, you would actually only use 4, because there's only 2 holes per side, meaning 4 total. So you'll only use 4 of the nuts, washers, and carriage bolts. For this install, you'll need a variety of tools. You'll need an adjustable wrench, a drill, a 1/2 inch drive Allen head. You could weld one onto a socket like how we did. A 3/8 or 7/16 drill bits. We do recommend 7/16, gives you a little more room for error. A Sharpie, if you have a dark car, a brighter colored one is helpful. A 15/16 socket, a 3/4 socket, a 9/16 socket, and finally a 7/16 socket. You also need a ratchet wrench, either a 1/2 inch drive or 3/8 to match the socket that you're running. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna loosen up that back factory tension arm nut and remove the tension arm completely along with the bushings themselves. After that, you'll take your L bracket and your U bracket, and that small little hole on the top of that, you'll first put through the 1/4 inch carriage bolt. I'm gonna slip that through there, and then on the back side, you'll follow that up with one of the 1/4 inch washers and the 1/4 inch nut. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and tighten that down. Now, one thing to note, that these are going to be adjustable because it's only held in one position. That comes in handy to account for any misalignments that the chassis might have had during manufacturing, and it makes the installation a little easier. Let's first start off with the hole and square in the middle and kind of put that up against there to make sure it all has a correct angles. Now, before you actually permanently install, you're going to slip this aluminum step washer with the step going towards the hole, seat it into the hole opening on the chassis. Next, you're going to take the 5/8 carriage bolt, go through both of the U brackets and the L bracket, and slip that shank on the bolt through the aluminum step washer. Now follow up with the back with that large 5/8 USS washer and the 5/8 nuts. I would just only hand tighten that, just so then you can still have some room to play and flex as you're going to permanently install this. First, on this step, you're going to take the 5/8 split lock and the 5/8 Allen head and put those together and put that through the whole part on the tension brace itself, the part that connects to the crossmember. Using the 1/2 inch drive, you're going to go ahead and tighten that to the crossmember itself. Now keep it really loose, keep it so you can still move it, and that'll make your installation a lot easier and account for any differences that you might have. And next, using the Sharpie, you're gonna go ahead and try to mark the center of that with your Sharpie. You're gonna try to align the back square holes and these holes on the tension brace the best you can. I know you're gonna be kind of eyeballing it from a weird angle, but just do the best you can, and using the 7/16 drill bit, it's going to allow for a little bit of misalignment when you're going and marking that. So next, we're gonna go ahead and mark those 2 spots like we have there, and after that we're going to drill those holes. Now generally you're probably going to want to start with a smaller bit and then step your way up to a 7/16, and going larger isn't going to hurt anything. If you even wanted to, you can go all the way up to a 1/2 inch. Then you're going to line the tension brace with those holes that we have just drilled, and then taking the 3/8 carriage bolts, you're going to slip it from the back side. So on the other side of this bracket, you're gonna have the L bracket, and that's what you're gonna slip the 3/8 carriage bolt, just if it helps clarify stuff. Following the carriage bolt, you're gonna put the 3/8 washer on it, followed by a 3/8 nut, and you're gonna go ahead and tighten that with a 9/16 socket. Then you're gonna torque those nuts down to 50 foot-pounds. And then that last nut there, we're gonna go ahead and torque that one as well to 50 foot-pounds. Once you're done torquing those guys, you're going to go ahead and torque the Allen head bolt that's inside the tension brace and attach it to the cross member to 35 foot-pounds. That's going to leave a solid connection to the chassis and the cross member. So here we're going to reattach the front control arms to the U-bracket. You'll notice this U-bracket has 3 holes of adjustment, and that 3 holes is just something that we offer with the Crossmember's tension braces add-on. If you order just the front control arms, you'd have 1 singular hole of adjustment. This just offers you a little more adjustment for various ride heights. And that's all the Crossmember and the tension brace install. If you have any questions, give us a call.